Hello.
Hi everyone, welcome to the next episode of Marley and O and Gwyn. So OMG. OMG, it's Marley and O.
I just went through and organized our YouTube videos on our channel.
Nice.
Because you can tell, like, during the middle of summer reading, we were just like throwing them up there. So some of them were just like the date, that was the name of the video, and some of them were like from one of our digital cameras. So it was just a jumble of letters and numbers. And so I put together a folder for Marley and O, and it's Marley and O, aka OMG. And I was like, it's the unofficial name, it's the subtitle.
Yes, I like it. Oh.
Today we're gonna talk graphic novels.
Okay. Now we've got a handful of cat hair because Stark was daring and decided to jump up on the chair with me right behind me here, and somebody got a hold of his tail. So I don't understand why he jumped down so weirdly. Okay.
She's just reaching for the hair. She sees it, wants it.
She sees it. Grab the hair. My hair, cat's hair. It doesn't matter.
Sometimes your face. She's just she's ready to grab. She's ready to grab the world. And the cats.
Yes.
Which is always the appropriate reaction for a cat. I mean, like, not according to the cat, but when I see a cat.
I mean, according to kids, that's the appropriate reaction.
I see a small cute
grab. Puppies don't whine quite so much, but
yeah, I know.
Oh, he's just gonna jump up on here with us. Okay, well, you guys are gonna get a view of her, apparently. Hi.
Got right down. He was like, this is the spot.
Can you move, please? Hey, please move. Thank you.
He is like,
this gosh, he doesn't care. He's just like, hey, I want attention.
I need attention from the entire world. Because as we know, the entire world watches Marley and O. Obviously.
We'll pretend.
We'll pretend. That is not a thing I'm going to start pretending, though. It's way more awkward than I should be.
So this week we're going to talk about graphic novels. Yes. So we picked out our top 5 favorites.
Which was shocking difficult.
5 that we know we've read and enjoyed.
Because there was not many more than 5.
I mean, we meant to read more than 5. We just,
they're more of
oh, this looks cool. Let's add it to our list.
Right.
And we haven't read them. So.
Our graphic novel section at the library. Because every time we're like, oh, that looks good.
Yeah, pretty much. Grab it, take it home, forget to read it, bring it back.
Right, exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Can confirm.
So we're going to start with the ones that I'm collecting for Gwyn.
Ooh.
Now, Marley and Gwyn and I even already know what our favorite ones are. Recording ones already.
Yes.
And I had another recording downloading on my computer, and it kicked this one, the one we tried to do earlier off. So we're doing it again. But I mean, this works out well because then we can figure out better what to say about them,
right? And
give you better information on them too, not just like, oh yeah, I like this one. Right. Moving on.
First time around, we talked a considerable amount about video games, which
we did. So maybe we can talk about video games in another video then. Even though I don't play much video games.
Hey, Olivia, are you sure that that's something that you want to do? It can be something we do.
I mean, I can talk about the ones I've tried.
That would be interesting.
It would be interesting. Be like, hey, let's all make fun of Olivia and her inability to finish a game.
That's legit.
It is. And, yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. So we're going to talk about graphic novels, and I'm going to start with my number 5. Aviary, which is, when I told Marlene about this one earlier, she had no idea what I was talking about.
I generally don't.
This is by Stan Lee, or at least Marvel. It was one that Stan Lee introduced to the world not too long before he died. I should have looked that up while we had a little break between. And yes, Gwyn is telling you all about the collection I'm building for her on these aviary comics. So these are the aviary.
Oh, very cool.
Mm-hmm. So he made it for the young eagles, and it's to inspire the spirit of aviation. And he's a pilot out of, where is he from? Kansas.
Kansas.
Topeka. Probably Topeka. That would make sense. And he, fights crime and flies. He's cool like that. And he goes to Air Venture every year. And it's a big deal. And his alter ego is a pilot who teaches children how to fly.
I mean, it makes sense. That makes sense. How many of those are there?
I think I've got 5.
5
so far. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So if you were to be a nerd, like we are, we subscribe to Ford Aviation, which I also sometimes bring to the library, drop off because we have so many copies.
Yep.
My husband subscribes to him. He's pilot. So we get those, and inside of them sometimes there'll be copies of Aviori, and that's how we're collecting them.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I always take them out before I bring them to the library because I want them and they're mine first. So too bad.
That makes sense. I mean,
you have to find your own. I don't know if there's any like published ones out yet. I should look. That'd be cute.
That'd be a cute addition.
Mm-hmm.
Adorable.
So that's Aviori, everyone. What's your number 5?
Cool. That's a very niche superhero. Like, that's very cool. It's very specific, know, like the spirit of aviation. Only Stanley. That's fun. I love that one. I like that one. That one's very cool. My number 5 is The Last of Us American Dreams, which is how we got onto our video game tangent.
Yes.
So there is a video game series, Last of Us 2 just came out a couple months ago. And so this is like a prequel for the first video game, about how the main character came to get where she is at the start of it's kind of complicated because there's also a like mini DLC that's also in the first video game that you can do. So it's like the original video game, and then the DLC is right here, and then before the DLC is the comic book. So they were like, let's keep backtracking. I have it's like when they add a 0.5 in a book series because they're like, I have something I want to add.
I love those though. Yeah, I know you don't agree with me on that.
Okay, there's a difference between like, I forgot something. Like, there's something I need to add for the rest of the things I'm going to write to make sense. Where then there's other ones where it's like, this would be fun.
Yeah, I like the this would be fun ones.
Yeah, the this will be fun is different than I messed up because I don't like
I like the ones where they don't talk about the main character. It's just some off character who's like I'm reading the Skullduggery Pleasant series right now.
That was a lot of words. What?
So he's a skeleton detective in Ireland. The author's Irish. I'm pretty sure he's from Ireland. They're not originally available in the U.S., but my sister has a few copies, so I've been reading them.
Excellent.
Yeah,
I love books that aren't available.
We do have one of them at the library, at least. So.
Huh, that's cool. What was the words? Skullduggery?
Skullduggery Pleasant. That's his name.
Skullduggery Pleasant.
Yes.
Sounds like the name of a cemetery, but that's fine.
It's fun. It's really great for kids. I really like that book.
Oh, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Your number 4.
Oh, my number 4, yes. Was Hatter M by Frank Vedder.
Are you just going to have them available? Are you just showing them? You just have them nearby? That's impressive.
So, I was at ALA with somebody a few years ago, and this is not the same. This is not the copy, but second book he was actually signing.
Oh.
So that's how I got started on those. And I've read his, they're one of those off character, like side character things from another series.
Yeah.
So if you ever read The Looking Glass Wars about Alice in Wonderland, this is about the guard who is trying to track down Alice and try to bring her back home.
Interesting. That's
Bring her
cool.
back home to Wonderland, not the other way around. So you'd have to read the series to understand. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
But he jumps. You want to tell me about it? Mm-hmm. She has many things to say. Many.
Yes. I can't wait till I understand them.
Right?
You and knowledge, but for now it's just chaos.
Yes. So he actually jumps through puddles to travel. It's pretty great.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like, I want to do that.
Dangerous. The rainy days would be a little more difficult to deal with.
All right, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is Tenements, Tower, and Trash. And it's like an unconventional history of New York City. So the author lived in New York City for like a number of years. I don't remember. It could be like 6, but it also could have been like 12. I don't remember. And so she is an illustrator. So she draws like sections, like streets of the city. And Tilton, and she'll like draw them once, and then like several years later, and so it kind of like shows how things, businesses move in and out, and just kind of like little lady.
You're interrupting.
Little lady. She's so stinking cute. She can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, I know.
I don't even care. And so in between, you're so close. Hello.
Oh no, we're gonna leave the screen. Let's not do that.
So in between like sections of drawing, she like writes long, not essays, but just like long pieces.
Oh, okay.
In this,
fun.
Yeah. So we do have that one. It's relatively thick though. It's like kind of surprising how long it is. And she talks about like, I think she had a section on like her favorite bookstores in the entire city, and like things that have closed since she started. So it's
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Flip-flop is mostly shocking because just that's fine. Momentary. So she does have like some themed areas like bookstores, parks, things like that, which is cool. It's kind of like,
That is neat.
it's cool. I enjoy it a lot. I think we just got it this year.
That'd be fun to look at.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun just to flip through too. I like that one. I don't know if that's technically a graphic novel, but it has graphics and it's a novel, so
We'll count it.
It's nonfiction. But
You're not too picky.
yeah, I know. I should be because this list was rough.
So my number 3 is Adulthood is a Myth.
Adulthood is a myth.
Yes, that is by, who was that by again? Sarah Anderson. I think she's the author of Hey!
What?
And those are the ones that you see that pop up on like Facebook or
Yeah.
That's how I found it, of course. And you know, it's this very childishly drawn character. Just
So
it's
relatable.
cute. It's just she's just a circle basically.
I know, and her hair is like that, and I'm like,
Out everywhere.
me too.
It's
Me
black
too.
and white and red, kind of like Olivia the Pig.
What little lady?
But it's cute because it talks about different things that women go through or just people go through even. And
Adulthood is hard, and Sarah Anderson makes me feel like I'm not alone.
yes, it's hilarious. It's great. It's like, oh, let's make fun of ourselves. I like this.
I do too. Yeah, I love a good classic make fun of ourselves as a species.
Yes. So your number 3?
My number 3 is Watchmen, which is a classic, and I think I read it when I was like 12, which was too young because it's
A little bit.
violent.
Hey, I was reading bodice rippers at like probably 13. So.
Oh,
fun fact.
that's hilarious. I am an only child, and you can tell about the everything of me. So everything was very locked down tight until I was like 20. So
she started working in a library, and we cracked her back open.
Didn't
like, come on, come on, do this thing.
Yep. But Watchmen is anti-hero. And I think they have a TV show, and they also made a movie. And I have read it so long ago that I don't super remember the plot. And it was good, but you shouldn't read it for many reasons. Okay? No Watchmen.
Oh no! Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I can't see you anymore. There you are.
Oh.
You threw my phone on the ground too.
Okay. We're throwing stuff. I was scared it was loose.
Good thing I have this list somewhat memorized.
Excellent. Oh, yeah. So it's a good one. It is, we do have a copy of that one. It's a thick one. And it's
yeah, I know.
teen section.
Yes, I think that, is it? I thought that one was, I'm the one who ordered that one. So
we had an old one.
For all I know.
Yeah, it's somewhere.
Yeah. What are we on now? Two. My number 2 is Why the Last Man. I would tell you the author, but my phone is on the floor, and I don't feel like going down to get it.
That's fine.
But it's the same author as Saga, if you've read that or if you've heard of that.
What was it?
So that one is about a young man who survives the pandemic.
Classic.
Okay, we're in that now. Except this pandemic kills all the men except him and his pet monkey. They are the only male creatures on the planet.
I love the monkey.
Yeah. The monkey's name is Ampersand.
Ampersand?
Yeah, like the and symbol, or the, I guess means like E.T. or et.
Oh, like etc.
Like et al. Kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Or and. Yeah.
So bad.
So fun little random fact there for you. So that's the monkey's name, and there's teething is never fun. I know. So anyway, he decides he's gonna go try to track down his girlfriend, who he was planning on proposing to before this pandemic hit, but she was in Australia last he heard. So
she is going at it today.
Really going for the clip. Okay. No. My hair. I know. So fun. So I really like it because it not only talks about feminism, but it talks about like good feminist groups and that feminist mentality, and I mean the whole world is women in this world. So there's nothing but feminism, but there's also like the radical. My sister calls them feminazis.
Oh.
So those would be like the Amazonian women who are trying to kill York because they're like, we finally got rid of all the men except you two, so we must get rid of you two now.
Person.
Yes.
That's
my number 2.
That would be a good one to add. That would be an interesting one to.
It's so much fun. There's like I think 8 volumes.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one. I definitely want to tap into that because there's a lot of treacherous situations that could come up from that I'm interested in.
Very adult though. I wouldn't let your kids read that one.
No, all of my children.
Yeah, we kind of started with kids and now we're into the adult section.
It gradually gets a little worse every time. So my second one is Revival, which is like part detective mystery and part zombie apocalypse. Well, it's not apocalypse.
Sorry, I'm listening.
Having a play date. So it's like part mystery, part like zombie happening. It's not an apocalypse. It's just people start coming back to life. from like this one particular day when they died in this town in like Wisconsin.
Oh, so people who only died on that day?
Like 1 day, 1 or 2 days, like the people who died in that town just come back to life, and they're like, and so the main character is a detective, and so her younger sister was murdered, and she comes back to life. So she's trying to find like the person who killed her, but also like trying to help her sister be alive / pass on. There's this like dichotomy of like, I want you to come back to the dead. So and they're good. They're yeah. You're gonna be something else in all your meetings. You've got so much to say.
Oh, okay. We left the video again, and
I'm so
we're on publisher. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I know the library owns those because you had.
I think there's 8.
Yeah, 8 sounds right.
Mm-hmm. It is kind of a wild ride because at least like twice reading them, I was like, what is happening? And I know that was like I don't understand. I don't understand. But it was I enjoyed them. They were a lot of fun. I enjoyed them.
Thinking of a baby attacking the screen.
Wants to get into.
He wants to grab a hold. All right, I guess we're ready for our number 1s then. So my number 1 is Fables by Bill Willingham. I know that one because there's so many of them, and I had to constantly look them up to find. In our system, there's weird ways to find things sometimes, and one of those ways is for Fables, for example. You can type in Fables and you'll get like, oh, fairy tales and fables about things. But if you type in the author's name, you'll finally get Fables, the graphic novel series. So I had to know the author's name to find those.
Yeah.
But there's like 20 some, I think 24.
Wow,
Plus some off-shot ones like Following Cinderella, who's an assassin. And no, it's just off the wall. And some of the princesses, or well, not necessarily all princesses, but it's called Fairest, and that one,
I remember you reading
the women. And there's one that follows Jack of Fables, which they're kind of dumb. Well, he's kind of just a dumb guy.
Some books are just
like,
dumb.
Jack, like Jack and the Beanstalk, or Jack of anything. Like there's always a story in some fairy tale book that has a Jack in it.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of them, and they are not necessarily about the same person. But in this case, he's all of them. Yeah.
Well, that sounds.
It's crazy.
I would not.
I started on a couple of them, and it's like, maybe not. But Fables in general is fantastic. It's about these fairy tale creatures, or creatures and people, who get pushed out of their homeland. They're running for cover from this person who's trying to take over all the homelands of fairy tales. And so they escape to New York. They take over basically a block and have it enchanted so mortal people can't see it, and they have their own little society there, like Old King Cole's the mayor, and there's the sheriff, and Snow White, I think, is the deputy mayor or something. Her role changes several times.
Who wants to lead this meeting? I need.
She's probably telling you how we're gonna take over snack time or something, and
it's like the energy she's providing says I want snacks, because that's also what I sound like. I have that same just.
We'll have snack time soon. So anyway, that's Fables for you. It's Yep. They even have like, instead of just Snow White, it's Snow White and Rose Red.
Oh.
But it's the Snow White from Snow White and Rose Red is the same Snow White as the regular Snow White. And it sounds like it's for kids. It's definitely not. There are things that's like, okay, that took a twist.
Yeah. Am I thinking of Saga?
What's that?
Do we own some of them, or am I thinking of Saga?
We just own Saga. I have them on the list of things to buy for the library, but there are so many of them, and
yeah, you just chip away at it.
Yeah, that's kind of what, because they're already all out.
Okay.
So that's one of those that I'd like to try to build up as for getting the cool new stuff as well.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Huzzah.
All right, your number one.
My number one is The Walking Dead, because I have an issue with zombies. If you can tell from 3 of the 5 that I chose, they have to do with people coming back from the dead when they're not supposed to. Because I'm scared of the apocalypse. I don't want to talk about it. I just feel like that's something people should know about me, because that's one of my big fears.
Assuming that the apocalypse involves zombies.
I just assume that it will at this point. That way I'm prepared. I'm gonna mentally prepare ahead of time. Yeah, that was one of my many, like as a youth, I had a lot of irrational fears. One of them was that there were velociraptors in my closet. That was one. And also just zombies in general. So I can't deal with velociraptors. That's a non-starter. But zombies. But she's so cute. I was tired of how long everything takes in the TV show. And like I've watched it once, and anytime that I try to watch it again, I'm like, move.
So a book that is not a graphic novel, but a book that you might enjoy is great. Of course, I bring this up and then I can't remember the title.
That's okay. I know that feeling. Ooh. Did you just howl at me?
So there's a teen book where there's some like experimenting going on before, and it's the eastern half of the United States gets closed off because they accidentally made like half human, half animal people, and it's like a virus.
Seems like not a good call. Sounds like a bad mistake.
Like, for example, if you were to get bit by a werewolf, you would turn to werewolf. Well, it's the same concept kind of thing. So that's like if you were to get bitten by a tiger, you turn into a tiger man. So she has to go over the wall to go rescue her dad.
That sounds like a trip.
Yeah, but I mean, it kind of makes me think of like post-apocalyptic, kind of zombie-ish. That's about as zombie as I get.
Humans not doing the human thing that they're supposed to do. Like humans turning to animals, bad. Humans dying and coming back, bad. Humans are just supposed to do things. Do different things. What? When do you have
I think it's Untamed.
Untamed?
Yeah, maybe.
Sit down.
That could be it.
Yeah, it's a faster pace, and there are a lot of them, and I like the character differences and the fact that it's not impacted by actors being like, bye. I always enjoy that when artists and the authors have more freedom to just do what they want in the world. Mm-hmm. So it's a nice change of pace than the often slow-paced TV. The slow pace is supposed to build tension, and I'm just like, I know you're gonna do something dumb because that's all you ever do. Mm-hmm. Someone's gonna die because someone did something stupid. That's how that happens in the graphic novel. But
that even happens in Poldark. That happens. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like it's slow anyway, but then it gets really slow, and it's like, okay, somebody's gonna do something stupid.
Do something dumb now. Next. So So,
well, that's our graphic novel list for you. There are plenty more in the stacks in the library. If you were to go back behind the large section and before the non-fiction section. You want to hoard those to yourself, so you don't want anybody else to get them? Okay. I gave you away your secret already, though. Oh, that's where the graphic novels are at.
And
For the adults.
And at the same time, I can mention Hoopla.
Yes. Hoopla also has graphic novels.
Yes. So we are launching Hoopla this week. On Monday, we have a video letting you know how to create an account and access all the sweet new goodies that we have provided on Hoopla. So Hoopla, you can access audiobooks. Almost 55,000 audiobooks, which is
so many.
I'm not. Ebooks, TV, music, and comics. So there's also an app you can access, and I understand that you can do the comics by frame. So it's not looking at a whole page and zooming in. You can just like look at each frame as you go.
Just so nice.
It's so nice. And Hoopla is awesome because you don't have to wait. You just get to check it out. Woo! I'm very excited. So you get to check out 5 items per month, and you just get to get them when you want them. So that's really exciting. You should definitely log on because it's very exciting. It's really exciting, Gwyneth.
It's so very exciting. I have it downloaded on my TV too, so we can watch the movies on there.
Oh, that's very cool. I did not.
We got Fire Stick, so we downloaded on there, and we can watch kid shows or adult shows or listen to music on there. I don't think you can access the books through the TV, but
that would be weird.
I wasn't gonna read it on the TV.
Big.
No!
All the movies.
All the movies. So many. Okay, so my battery is running low.
Awesome.
So we're going to peace out. And we'll talk to you all next week. Bye. Bye, guys. Hey, be happy. Okay, now we say bye. Bye.